Hello, it's 12:30 and I'm just making my way over to Crystal Peaks area, halfway that way to do another arrangement. Busy day, running about all over the place. So, who have you tuned into? I don't see why I have to keep saying this, but I do, because people might just blog onto it. So, I'm Mick Fogg, I'm an independent funeral lecturer. I'm based in Sheffield, but I'm up in North Yorkshire quite a lot of the time, because we've got a little place up there. This is my third one that I'm putting on today. I've already spoke about the disgust with everybody in community about the wall being painted white next to our premises, what kids did. So you all know my feelings about that. Also, the funeral director on last one asking how much you can charge extra for a coffin. My advice, not a penny. Not a penny. You've already charged your charges. That's it. Shouldn't be profiteering on hotels. That's why industry needs regulating. Well, I've got to go there and because they owe me some tablets, that pharmacy. I need to go there. They run out and I had to get some. They had to lend me some, owe me some tablets. So what I'm doing today mainly is going around meeting families, discussing people's loved ones and finding a little bit out about them, getting to know family and taking the wishes for the funeral. And I honestly think that it's important that we all talk about that, our funerals, because we're all going to end up having one, whether you want one or not. It might be the simplest of simple funerals, which is a service where nobody attends. You might want to leave your body to medical science, although the universities and that don't take everybody. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to leave mine to medical science, to university. There's only so many that they can hold and that they can take, so it's not guaranteed that service that you will definitely get that. So it's always best to have a backup plan in place. Should they not, it sounds horrible, doesn't it, if they don't want your body. It's not that they don't want it, they don't have capacity, basically. Anyway, talk about it. Let your loved ones know what you want, because there's a lot of decisions to make when you're arranging a funeral. Do you want a burial or actually it's quite straightforward, isn't it? Do you want a burial or a cremation? Do you want a service in a church, or would you like it to be at a different premises? You can even have them in crematoriums. You can have them all over the place, your funeral service. It doesn't have to be a church or in a chapel. It can be anywhere. Place up here, up Manor Lane, they've got like a barn area, and they do let you have a service in there. So yeah, discuss it, talk about it. You can spend half an hour after 80 years talking about your wishes for end. Because when we're getting married, everybody discusses what they want for the wedding, what flowers they want, what music they're going to have played, where venue's going to be, who they're going to invite, and they plan it for 2-3 years. But nobody wants to talk about a funeral. Jordan's getting christened, and we're going to have this, that and other. And they'll talk about it. They'll have a chat about a christening, a wedding, birthdays. We might not even get married because we could die before we get married. Could you be that lucky? No, I'm only joking, I'm only kidding. God, I wish I'd married my wife bloody 30 years before. She's just amazing. She honestly is unreal. She's my fish and chips. Oh, I'll not start that again. I got to. Oh God, yesterday. What on earth did you have to say that for? She says. I will like comparing things, you know what I mean? Like chewing gum and soles of your feet. They go together, don't they? Like, there's all sorts that just marry up and go together. That's what I mean. Talk to your loved ones. My advice, talk to them. Tell them exactly what you want for your funeral. Pick your own music. I know people say, well, I'll not be there, so I'm not bothered. How do you know? Alright, nobody's come back to say that, well, mediums apparently can do that. Oh, I'm tired. It's been a long day from 3 o'clock this morning. So I'm 9 hours into my working day, nearly 10 hours. Mediums say, well, we can speak to dead, and some can, obviously, some obviously can't, but said it can. Strange. We don't know whether, I always like to think that the person whose funeral we're doing is actually there watching it. I honestly think that it's nice that when I'm doing arrangement and talking to family, son or whoever it is, daughter, that person's there in room in spirit with us, listening and saying, oh yeah, Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, perfect. I'll have some of that. I like Johnny Cash. Can have what you want at your funeral. Bloody thing. So talk about it. That's my advice. No, I don't want no flower. Florists will be not happy with me now. No, I don't want no flowers. Waste of money. Absolute waste. Tell the all I'm having is off our Jake, my grandson, half a dozen dandelions. That's all I want. I'm just going down here. I'm on Mansfield Road at the moment. You don't recognise this area from being a kid. So it's changed so much, it's unreal. Bowls shut here now, being vandalised, and they'll be pulling that down soon. Well, I've given you some advice. Talk about it, because you might not end up getting married. You could pass before the christening. Something could happen. I don't even want to say about that, but it may not go ahead. One thing that is a certainty in life, and you're not going to waste half an hour of your life, definitely not, is talking about your funeral. Definitely not. It's worth it, because it's going to happen one way or another way. You're going to get one. So it's nice to have it your way, because if you want the most simplest of cremations and you don't want police coppers that are at back of me. Oh God, I hate it when they're at back of me. I hate it when they're at front of me or at side of me, actually. I just don't like them near me. And I've done no wrong, do you know what I mean? Just turning right anyway. You don't have to do no wrong to, you see cop car and you think, God, here we go. Because if he's had a bad day and wife's gave him some earache this morning before he left for work, he might be in a bad mood. He can find something on this car to do me for. I don't care what anybody says. You didn't indicate. I got pulled a bit back. You didn't indicate turning left. He must have been bullied right at school. He must have been. I says, didn't I? No, you didn't. Do you need to get an highway code book? You indicate when you're turning left. I said, well, we parked on double yellows, because we were. He pulled me over on double yellows. I said, well, hang on a minute, we've parked on double yellows, we're not allowed to park on these. But you've made me do that. And I said, I didn't indicate because I saw you behind me and I was worried. What were you worried about seeing a police car at the back of your car? I says, come off it. Everybody gets worried when they see a cop car at the back of them, even if you've done no wrong. You don't have to be Ronnie Biggs, dear, to think what they want now. What they have to try and earn some money out of me for. Tell them nothing. Admit to nothing. They pull you up and they say, what have you, do you know why I've stopped you? Don't say, oh, we're going a bit fast here, officer. You've admitted to something. Don't. Somebody says to me, do you know why I've pulled you over? I said, I ain't got a clue, mate. Do you know how fast you were going? I says, well, yeah. So what were your speed? I said, well, you're asking me. Have you pulled me over about my speed, officer? No, you didn't indicate turning left. Alright, so why is speed being brought into it? Well, I'm just asking you if you knew how fast you were going. If I'd have said, yeah, I was going too fast, he could have done me for it. Admit to nothing. You got to box clever. And tell them nothing, and you don't have to answer any questions. So that's my advice. Good advice and all, believe me. We need police because we need law and order, and we need two-tiered law and order as well. Well, we don't, but we're getting it, aren't we? Oh, let's not start on that, for God's sake. Anyway, I'll not rant about it. They're just doing the job, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They're inspectors or they're superintendents or whatever they call them in the morning and say, go out and fuck somebody's day up, lot of you. Get out of here in Sheffield. Go and upset somebody and rattle some cages. Let's wind them all up. You can't send out to them because obviously they don't like you answering them back. Bullies. But we need them, because we need law and order. And when all goes wrong, first thing we do is ring police. Well, we don't. You've got like, you can ring somebody, but you don't have to be police. You can sort things out yourself. What they ought to do with all coppers is have them down at Dover, have them in a line, turning them boats back. That's what they should do with cops. Instead of giving us grief and heartache. People who are just law-abiding, hard-working citizens. But we mean absolutely fuck all in this country today. We mean nothing. And our pensioners mean nothing at all to this government. We mean no to them. We're just a cash cow. A way of getting money. So they can send millions and millions of pounds to other countries. Don't matter about this country. Muckiest water in Europe. We've just won that award, haven't we? Muckiest water supply in Europe. I mean, what's them fish things in, like a shell? They're not mussels, cockles. What posh people eat anyway, you know what I mean? They'll like break it with a knife and then scoop it into the mouth. It's like snot. Fucking horrible. God knows why anybody want to eat them. They're not lobsters. I don't see, I can tell I don't eat them. Anyway, then, they're full of E. coli now, apparently. So at least we've won something. We've won Muckiest Water Award. Country with muckiest, dirtiest rivers and water. At least we've won something, haven't we? Ha! That'll show them all. Not be so clever now, will they, coming all bathing in our rivers? We ain't bother them, they come all on in sea, won't they? I nearly got it, and see how excited I were because it nearly come to my head what it were. You're all saying what they are, I know you are. You're all saying the bloody hell, I don't know what they are. Anyway, some of them's about this big and they're like in a shell and you snap it up and you like drink it, swallow it, whatever it is. But one of them anyway. They're full of E. coli now. I couldn't care less. They're a fortune to buy and I can't see point, like eating frog's legs. Suck that. So, that's me done. Because I'm getting close to my destination. What time is it? It's 10 to 1 now. And I shall upload these this afternoon when I get back. Might even put another one. Put Dave on. How about that? End of the day, you can see Dave. We'll give him a bit of airtime, shall we, Mr. Remmingham? See what he's up to today. I'm right annoyed that I can't remember what them fish are called. They're not fish, actually. They're like a slug in a shell. That's what they remind me of. They're not slugs, but they're like slugs to look at. Not lobsters. They're big things. Not right into fish. I like fish and chips, but I'm not right into fish. I'm not a fish person. Cheryl, my wife, has a lot of salmon. Don't particularly bother me. Give me a meat and potato pie any day. I'm not going to remember what that fish is, and I'm sorry that I bored you to death trying to think of what it is. But you'll all put in comments, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Right, enjoy today. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it. And if you want to do me something nice, be nice to somebody. Just be right with somebody. So I'm off. Catch you all later. Press like, please subscribe, and leave me a comment. Ta-da.